G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and this time we're going to be continuing to look at some homebrew stuff, and this time I'm actually going to take a little bit of time to show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. I really love showcasing a lot of the great homebrew designers out there. Nelly Nell and Martin V, Norlith and Kanji, Andrew Fantasia, Nelly Nell, all these guys, and apologies if I've left anyone out there, but they've been doing some great work. But I did just release a whole bunch of the Street Fighter 2 characters that I've been working on as part of the Marvel Vs Capcom stuff that I've been sort of teaming up with Norlith with on Facebook. So I wanted to sort of celebrate being able to release all this stuff and finally having it out on camera for you as well, so you can see what the fuss is all about with these guys that we've been releasing. So yeah, so really excited to showcase some of the heroes that we've been putting out and all these new villains as well. So I know we've featured some of the heroes already. We've featured Sagat on a previous video as well. He was the first Street Fighter villain that I created a design for, and these models also, I wanted to show these off because these are by BigHead Chibis, and they make a great range of villains and heroes, not just for Street Fighter, but Mortal Kombat, Marvel, DC, whole range of different things. So just wanted to showcase these as well because they're looking really cool. So yeah, so I guess let's talk about these BigHead Chibis as well. Norlith, I mentioned him before. He started this whole thing off with the Marvel vs Capcom range with his Ryu character. So I wanted to show off. This is the Ryu, because when I sort of saw that Ryu, I was like, wow, that's really cool. I wonder if there's any little Chibi figures for it, and that's how I discovered BigHead Chibis as well, I believe, by looking through that. And then you know, I discovered they had a whole range of other really cool models as well, but Ryu is the one that sort of drew my attention, I guess, to begin with. So we've got Ryu, we've got Guile over here, and you might notice I've got some locations out there. So I've tried to put these little characters who we're not going to feature a lot of these guys today, but I thought I'd put them out on the board to show them off, and also they can sort of be near their little background stages. We've got Ryu, we've got Zangief here. He's quite cool, nice and large. He's got the old Soviet Union thing on the bottom there from his background stage. There we go. Who else have we got? We've got Chun-li. Now we're going to be featuring her today, so she's going to be in the she's doing a kick there. She's going to be in the battle today, because I don't think we've shown her off on the channel. I think we have featured Ryu, we've featured Blanca, we've featured E. Honda, I believe, and maybe Dalsim as well. He's a really cool model as well. This is Ken. He's work in progress, so not quite painted all the way up yet. I'm sort of halfway going through his skin here, and he's got his natural hair color there. He hasn't got the dyed blonde yet. So those are the figures. Now, unfortunately, the villain we're going to be featuring today, and I say unfortunately because I don't have the model for him. We're going to be using Luke Cage because he's kind of a punchy guy, and we're going to be looking at Balrog. So Balrog is, I believe, the first of the big baddies that you fight against in Street Fighter 2. And so unfortunately we've already sort of jumped the gun. We've played against Sagat already, but we're going to go back and start from the beginning, I guess, and look at Balrog. So we'll pop him back over here. So let's have a look at what Balrog does. So you'll notice he's got sort of these dots here for his health, and there's a reason for that. But let's have a look at his starting setup here. So special setup, place the threats with the work the crowd sides face up. So all the threats are the same. They all have this work the crowd sort of gimmick going on. So they've got, we're going to put those face up, and then we're going to place one civilian and one thug in each location, ignoring the starting token symbol. So each of the locations has their own starting sort of set up for what civilians or thugs you might place out there, and in this case we ignore that, and we specifically put one of each in each spot. So let's have a look here. Balrog starts the game under pressure and vulnerable. He also has no health, so he's going to be going every 2 hero turns, but we can start attacking him straight away, because what I wanted to capture with him With a lot of the Street Fighter characters, I wanted to capture sort of like how it felt to play against them in the game, but I feel like he's a a fairly standard for want of a better word, a boring sort of character to fight against in the video game, or at least I thought that his fight would translate to not very exciting in the Marvel United system, since he just kind of like punches basically. So what I wanted to do with him was capture the theme more of being in a boxing match with him. So the idea is I wanted you and him to be able to be going at it from the beginning, back and forth. So that's why he's under pressure and he's vulnerable from the beginning, but he has no health, interestingly, because what you're trying to do is knock him out and get him down for the count. So instead, if a hero deals Balrog any amount of damage during their turn, increase the 10 count track by 1 at the end of the turn. So basically you can deal damage to him, but you don't actually deal any damage. What happens is you keep track of how many attacks basically, or how much damage you're causing throughout that turn, and then at the end of the turn, if you've done any damage to him, then you increase the 10 count track, but just by 1. So it doesn't matter, you might have done 5 hits to him, but you're only increasing that 10 count track by 1. And that's after end of turn effects. Now, the big thing here is though, then for each point of damage the hero targeted Balrog with on their turn, reveal the top card from their deck and increase the 10 count track by 1 for each star symbol on the bottom of that card. And wilds do count. Then you shuffle the hero deck. So essentially what you're trying to do is knock him on his butt, and then as you keep doing that, you're going to be driving him up here. So every time the ref is counting, more and more, every time you knock him on his butt, the ref's going to get further into the count, and hopefully what you're trying to do is get him to the 10 there. So yeah, and you basically shuffle those back in. And I don't think I've written this here, but it doesn't cause a KO if you are revealing cards from the top of your deck like that. Now, when a hero is KO'd, place a KO token on this dashboard. So when he's attacking you, he's KOing you, and what he's trying to do is knock you out as many times as he can as well. So he's placing the KO tokens on the dashboard. Now, because he's already starting under pressure and he's vulnerable, each time a mission is cleared, so there's still incentive to be clearing these, increase the 10 count track by 1, so you can boost the track if you do that. Plus, when that third mission is cleared as normal, you also get to draw a card. So that's in addition to the 10 count track going up by 1. Okay, so that's his special rules. That's kind of like the way his whole mission sort of hangs together. So you can see here the heroic goal is this 10 count track, and when this reaches 10, we win. Now, his villainous plot is that if there are 4 KO tokens on the dashboard, we lose. So if he can knock us out 4 times before we can get him to 10 on the track there, we lose. Now, his BAM is he deals 2 damage to one hero in his location, then move him back one location, move him one location clockwise. So he's sort of lunging in and then dancing away. Now, overflow. If any number of civilians or thugs can't be added to a location, decrease the 10 count track by 1. So it's dropping him back. He's getting a boost of energy. He's sort of clearing his head and ready to keep going. So that's how that works. Now, another major part of this scenario is the threat. So the threats represent the fact that you're in a boxing match with him, and this is the crowd, so you're working the crowd. So essentially all of the civilians that are in the locations, they represent like fans or people and the spectators that are backing you, that are the won over by your feats and stuff, and they're cheering for you. So basically, if you can put 3 stars on here, then you've secured that section of the crowd as being in your favor, and you can remove this as normal, like a normal threat. But this gets flipped immediately if the thugs ever outnumber the civilians in the location. So as soon as thugs outnumber civilians in this location, we lose any tokens that are on here and we flip it over. And when it's on this side, this means we've got a hostile crowd. We've got more thugs than civilians. They're the fans who are not cheering for us. They're cheering for Balrog, and therefore giving him second wind, and giving him his energy that he needs to keep fighting. So while this threat is in play, decrease the 10 count track by 1 at the end of the villain turn. So while there's a crowd sort of cheering for him, he's going to be less and less likely to be knocked out. I'm not sure if that's how physics, or how boxers physically fight. I don't know if they can stop themselves being knocked out just because people are cheering for them, but that's how we're sort of having this thematically in the game as well. Now this gets flipped immediately back to this side where we can start working on it if civilians equal or outnumber the thugs in this location, which is why when we start the game, where we have one thug and one civilian in each location, they're still going to be on this side because the thugs are not outnumbering. But as soon as he starts dropping thugs out, then we're going to flip over like this. Okay, so those are the threats. They count as normal towards the clear the threats. We've also got the rescue the civilians. We've got defeat the thugs. So with the civilians as well, if you're rescuing civilians to keep the overflow situation down, then you're potentially putting yourself in a bit of a tricky spot with the crowd. But if you can clear that out of there, then it's safe to rescue civilians as well. You'll also want to be rescuing civilians to sort of clear this mission as well. So there's a few little choices you've got to make there. All right, so we'll pop the track counter there on the 0. It doesn't have any health to put down. So I also just wanted to show you, since we're showing off the Street Fighter stuff, I wanted to show you the locations that we've got so far. Now, unfortunately, I haven't at this point in time printed off, because I've actually put through an order now to get the thick cardboard versions, but I haven't printed off, unfortunately, Balrog's Las Vegas location. So if you go onto the Marvel United Wiki, where all of the Street Fighter stuff is, you can get all of the villains' locations, plus all the heroes. We've actually got Cammy now as well, so Cammy has her cards as well, and a location for her, but we don't have that at the moment. So we've got some other ones here. We've got Battle Harbour. Since we've got Ken, I thought we'd put Battle Harbour in. So if we clear that, we get a movement token. We have, on the other side over here, since we have Chun-li, we have Taiping Road. And this has got a bit of a market going, so you may discard action tokens to gain 2 action tokens of your choice between those options there, so you just can't get the wild ones. We'll pop that down there. Okay, and you can see these, I don't know if you caught that when I had it close up, but they have some different starting civilian and thug symbols, but that's not what we're doing today. Now we've got the big factory. And this one ships out the goods. So this one, the factory ships out different tokens there to heroes in adjacent locations. So that's what that one does. Pop that down there. Pop our starting tokens out. Now we've got Balrog starting up in Suzaku Castle, and you can see that starts with no one, since it's like a sort of empty castle where people, or empty fighting stage here. But this one here, you may gain a punch token. There we go. Pop those guys here. And we've got Guile's Air Force Base. So this one here, you can hop into a jet and you can travel to any other location and bomb them with the defeat 1 thug here. So that's that one there. And I think the last one we have is, this is E Honda's location. So this one here is the bathhouse. So it's got an ongoing effect here, which is villains ending their turn here can soak in the hot tub, and they may gain a health, but not go above starting level. And if you have less than 3 cards in your hand, you may draw a card. So you can also have a soak in the hot tub and do some healing as well. So we'll pop that there. Okay, we've got our threats. Yep, I think we're good to go with the villain. So I think I've explained all of that. I think we've covered it all. So now there's, in terms of the Street Fighter characters, Cammy I've just designed. She's had very little playtesting so far, but she has a starting hand card, and I mention that because none of the other Street Fighter characters that we've designed here have starting hand cards. They're pretty easy to use and they're pretty easy to explain. So we'll just shuffle them up and draw 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. See what we get. We've got a thumbs up there, we've got this a heroic, we've got a wild, and we've got a heroic. Okay, there we go. So that's Ken's cards he's starting with. Now for Chun-li, she again, no starting hand cards. And 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we've got. We have move and a punch. We've got a wild, and we've got a heroic as well. So part of this game is deciding, okay, how early do you want to start working on Balrog, you know, trying to punch him, knock him down, get a few lucky stars coming out so that you can drive him down the track to get a bit of a head start, or do you want to sort of work the crowd first? Because if you don't work the crowd a lot first, if there's a lot of locations that have your thugs out and you know we flip to the other side, then any progress we might have been making can go quite far back, sort of thing. So it's that sort of, you know, but then if you leave it too late, then are you going to have enough time to sort of drive up the track as well, especially if you're spending a lot of your stars to clear these work the crowd locations. So we'll see how we go. We've done quite a bit of play testing with Balrog, so I'm pretty confident with where he's at. So I'll let you guys decide how you feel about this one and whether you think it's a fun scenario. And then if you like the idea of it, hop onto TTS Tabletop Simulator, or hop over to the Marvel United Wiki and you can do a home print or print them off and have a go yourself. So let's check it out. Okay, so right, we've got our cards, we've got our starting hand cards here. We'll put our heroes in the spot. Okay, we'll put old Balrog up here in his starting spot, and I think we are ready to go. So we'll just shuffle him up, and we've got all our work the crowd sides out. We do. Okay, hopefully our fellow Street Fighters are cheering us on here. Okay. Alright, let's see what he's up to first. We'll hold that up there. Okay. And right, oh, rope-a-dope. Okay, the old rope-a-dope. So he's actually not going to move. This is a terrible one to get later in the game, but this one probably isn't going to be too bad at this stage. So until the beginning of the next villain turn, any hero that targets Balrog with a punch is dealt a damage at the end of their turn. So I mean, it doesn't make him invulnerable to damage, but it makes it, you know, very costly to attack him. So luckily at this stage, you know, even though we can start attacking him now if we wanted to, we're probably not going to be doing a lot of that, so we're not too worried about that effect right now. But that's the old rope-a-dope. So he would, you know, he tires us out, you know, punch, 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 and then he counter attacks. So let's see, he does put down some, so there's no BAM there. He does put down a civilian over on this side. He puts another civilian over on this side. And then, unfortunately, and it's far away, so we're not going to be able to do much about this location because he's now filled that in with another civilian, which immediately flips this one over to the hostile crowd. So if we don't want that to be sort of draining our 10 count track the whole game, we're going to have to get over there and clear out some of those thugs and then start working on the location. So we'll see how we go. Alright, so that's his first turn. Now it's our turn. So we'll draw a card for Mr. Ken. He's got himself a punch and a star. So considering that Balrog is nowhere near us and we want to get started here, we don't have a lot of movement. We do have a single wild there which we could use to start moving around towards Suzaku Castle. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going with today. Or we can just maybe start working on this work the crowd here. So what I'm wondering is, do we want to spend this punch and star? I'm having a look at what Chun-Li's got here. She doesn't have a lot of stars either. If I were to play this one, that would let us punch this thug here, place a star down, then she could maybe play another star, and that would let us do the 2 stars we needed, but not sure what she would do with the punch. So maybe we'll just play a single heroic. Let's do the heroic here. Maybe we save that punch for when it might be more useful against Balrog. We also have to be bearing in mind how many of these heroics are we playing. We really want to be efficient with our heroic so we can save enough of them to be in our deck for taking him down. Okay, so we'll put the 1 out. Let's put a heroic down here. Okay. Okay, yep, okay. Let's see what Chun-Li's going to do. She's going to draw 1. She gets another heroic here. So we could just play 2 heroics here. That would allow us to clear this location. Yep, and so now that's at least 1 location we know, okay, we're good. Alright, so we could do that. That's certainly a thing we can do. Alright, this is also now going to be a spot where the villain can heal, but we can also heal as well. Now the good thing about this particular location in this scenario is that Balrog never actually takes damage, so he's not going to be able to take advantage of healing in this spot because he doesn't actually heal, he doesn't take damage. Alright, so we've done that. Okay, that's not too bad. And then Ken's going to get to have another go. No, he's not. Sorry, my apologies. Sorry. Whoop. Because we're not in that normal frame where we get to play 3 hero cards, we actually, he's under pressure, so it's actually going to be Balrog's turn right now. Okay. So, well, we got 1 threat cleared in that amount of time, so that's potentially not too bad. Alright, now he's moving 3. Okay. So, he's going 1, 2, 3. Things are getting real. He's going to deal 2 damage to someone, and he's going to jump back. Right, who's he going to damage? Let's see, who's got some cards here that we might want to use? I might lose these 2. So I'm going to lose these 2 cards here from Ken. Pop them under there. Did I put I probably want to have that one come out first, so I'll put that there. There we go. Alright. Now, so that's 2 damage. He jumps back. No other BAMs there, so now we're putting out some thugs and civilians, I do believe. So he's going to put out the 2 thugs here. I think it's 2, yep. 2 thugs on this side here. Then he's going to put out 2 civilians. Okay, so the good news about this is sort of keeping these locations pretty good. They're not outnumbering with thugs here, but we've got to worry about this one here. So we might want to start heading over that way if we can get some movement. Alright. Or we could just start punching, couldn't we? We could try and do some, I mean, if we punch and see, if we start punching, we know we're going to lose one here, so I think I want to get, as much as I'd love to, you know, step over and attack Balrog there, I just think that's not a great move, so oh, you know what I forgot? My apologies, sorry, because I'd left him here. Sorry, that's not happening, is it? These are going here. This one is going here. So unfortunately, yes, sorry, we've got that bit mixed up, didn't we? That's going there. This is not getting another one, but unfortunately, this one now is flipped. So this is now flipped. This is problematic. So maybe we do want to head this way to deal with this as well. All right, so. Alright, we're going to have to deal with those thugs, aren't we? Alright, Mr. Ken, you're going to have to draw Now Ken, this is interesting. Do you stay here, Mr. Ken, to heal up? Maybe do you just try and work on... yeah, interesting. Because we don't want to get KO'd. Although if he hits Ken again, that's going to be a KO if he's just healed 1. But if we can... I don't really know that I want Ken to stay here this whole time just for 2 turns to heal and not really be progressing anything else. So maybe we just... maybe we go for it. Alright, so... yeah, we were supposed to put the two guys there, so I think I got that right in the end. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. What have we got? Well, if we're just going to use... if we just want to get across here to start working on some of these guys... I could save this wild to try and be a card that I could flip later on, but then I could use the wild. I could give this also to Chun-li as well. What's she up to? I do want to start taking down some of these thugs. You know what, let's play the wild. Let's move Ken across here and use the wild. So we've got, oh no, he doesn't have a move, he doesn't have a, does he? Well, you know what, in that case, since he's not going to actually be able to work on attacking these thugs here, what I will do is he will just stay where he is. He'll punch 1 thug and he'll rescue 1 civilian. He'll stay there and he'll get to draw a card. Alright, he's got his double wild. Okay. Now, Chun-li is going to... she's going to draw a card. She's got her double wild as well, but I think I want to keep that with me for future purposes. The problem is, that's now in my hand, so I can't be using that to sort of reveal to be the stars that I want to see. But what I could do is I can try and get hit by Balrog, and then those go back into my deck to come out later. So that's another thing you've got to try and manage as well. Alright, so let's play this move and punch, because what I'm going to do with Chun-li, she's going to move in, she's going to punch twice in this spot. That's going to defeat 2 thugs, and that's going to now flip over to the work the crowd side, because now civilians are equal to thugs in that spot. Okay, so now we need to put a bunch of stars down here to clear that spot if we can. Alright. So we're okay here with this one. This has got plenty of thugs, sorry, civilians there, but the problem is that once it's full, then it starts decreasing the track if there's overflow there, which could be a problem. Alright, it is Balrog's turn. So Balrog, he's going to go 3 again, so he's bouncing back over this way. He's going to swing and miss with his band, but he is going to put out a thug here. He wants to put out another thug here, and actually what he does is he moves back, so he goes counterclockwise here, doesn't he? So he's not putting one out here. Oh, this is bad actually. He's putting 2 out here, which is going to flip this one. Oh no. I keep forgetting that he dances back. Alright, I've been doing a lot more playtesting of M. Bison and Vega recently, so I'm sort of forgetting some of the finer points of old Balrog. So he's danced back into this spot, caused us some problems, and he's going to place 1 civilian here and 1 civilian here. So he's locked these 2 down in our favour, but now they're full. Right. Okay. Luckily though, he swung and missed with the actual band, so that's okay. Right, alright, well then, Ken. Interesting. Well, what's Ken been given? He's been given a punch over there. Well, you know what? In the interests of... I've got these wilds, let's just get started. I'm going to, with Ken, I'm going to move over. Now I'm tempted... I am tempted, but there's so many spots. There's 2 hostile crowds here, so it's a bit of a waste, I think. I'm going to do one punch. So we've moved in, 1 punch. That's going to take out this thug here. I'm also going to use a second wild to take out another thug, which will immediately flip us over. Then I'm going to use the heroic to start working on this crowd here. So that's what I'm going to do there. And the reason I wanted to, it's kind of expensive using this because this is going to be useful later on, but I want to use that to give that to Chun-Li so she can start working on this crowd while they're in a position we can work on them. So that's my plan here. Okay. So she has, we haven't seen any of their special cards yet, so hopefully they'll help us out later on, but this is what we've got at the moment. So I really would like to see, again, if I use the double wilds, this could be a big turn in terms of clearing a bunch of our threats. So I think I'm going to do it. I'm hoping Balrog moves away so he doesn't actually sort of like add more thugs here, because what I'd like to do is now with Chun-Li, she's going to place 1, 2, 3 heroics down on this spot here. That's going to clear that location. Clear that threat, I should say. So she's done 1, 2, 3 to clear it, and now she can move. And I think I want to move towards this one over here. So she's going to use her last wild action there to move. And that is my turn with Chun-Li. Now it's going to be Balrog's turn. Now Balrog, my plan with Balrog, or sorry, my hope for Balrog is that he doesn't stay where he is and add thugs here, because then I'm going to have to work through them. Well, I'm going to lose the heroic here, and then I'm going to have to work through the thugs. So we'll see what happens. Alright, let's see. Oh no, I just seen the card. Oh no. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. Okay. So, well, I guess he's not adding 2, is he? But okay, so he now is going to stay where he is. He's going to add a civilian here. He's going to add a civilian here, but there's overflow, which would decrease the track. He's now going to place a thug here, which is problematic, because that's going to flip this over, and we've lost that progress, which is a real shame. And now we've got to start from scratch with old Ken. But I guess Ken, the good news for Ken is that he didn't get punched, he didn't get bammed, so he hasn't been KO'd. Oh, now this is interesting. Let's have a look at this. Oh, this could be quite useful. Unfortunately though, Chun-Li's kind of moved herself out of position. That's a bit of a bummer. Because what we can do, we can use these 2 punches. Oh, we do have these 2 stars here. This is interesting. Right, so we've got 2 punches. I don't think did I show this long enough? So essentially this is our hurricane kick. So this is where he goes, and then whatever he says. And he can do 2 punches, and then throughout, and whatever else we've got, throughout this turn, for every thug we defeat, he gets extra movement. So we can like defeat these 2 thugs, and then move twice, and then defeat these 2 thugs with wilds if we want to, and then we could move twice again, something. So there's all sorts of things we could do here, but let's have a look at this. If I defeat 1 thug, that gives me a movement for this punch here, for defeating 1 thug. Then I can flip over the card. I can play 2 heroics down here. Now the question is, so I could do that. Then I could move say defeat this thug and then move to be over there to work on that. I don't think that's great. What else could I do? I could defeat 2 thugs with my punches here, move myself over here, and yeah, and then do the 1 punch. Interesting. Am I going to have enough movement to get back here in time? That's the question. Or I could just stay where I am and just save that movement token. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to be too clever and try and deal with 2 situations at once, but I think what I'm going to do, so let's follow it again. So I'm going to do 2 punches. So there were 2 thugs in that location, so 1, 2. I hope I haven't been throwing them in here. Sometimes I do that, don't I? Okay, so that's good. That gives me 2 movement tokens. So I defeated those 2. That, as soon as I defeated one of them, that would have flipped over the card. And he's got the rope-a-dope out, doesn't he, too? So I was going to say I could, instead of, because I only really needed to defeat 1 thug there, but I could have used the other punch on Balrog, but there's still some of these things going, and he's also going to be damaging me back if I do that, so don't think I want to punch him yet. Okay, so we're doing the 2 damage, and then we're using the 2 wilds from Chun-li to put the 2 heroics out on this work the crowd. So that is my plan. I've got 2 movement there. So hopefully that'll help us hunt him down later to punch him later on. Hopefully I've got enough stars and things left in my deck here though, so that's tricky. Alright, so so that was Ken, now Chun-li. Alright, so he's given her 2 punches, so that'll be useful if she can get to these guys. Does she have the movement? Oh, she's got a Kikoken? I'm not sure how to pronounce that move. Back when I used to play Street Fighter 2, she didn't used to have a fireball, but she's got one now apparently. Or she did, I think, one. Was it in the new challenges or Street Fighter Turbo? You may punch in an adjacent location. If the target is a villain, cancel the villain's BAM effect during the next villain turn. Where is she? Oh, he's all the way over here. Is that what I want to play though? May punch in an adjacent location. Because I've got 2 punches, so as long as I can move. Save that star maybe. Maybe I play... Oh no, but I need a move and a... I need to be able to move and do some stars, but I don't think I've got any way of doing that, because I want to clear this spot, but then flip it over. What am I going to do here? That's... So I can... That will move... There's no stars there. Yeah, I don't have anything that has move and stars on it, so I think I'm sort of stuck. In which case, what I will do, maybe just play the move. What does Ken need? He needs a star. What's he got? He's got a move. Ugh. Alright, well if Ken needs a star, he needs something, doesn't he? So she's going to play, instead of playing this, you know what, let's play the star, because we can always use, it's the same thing, isn't it? So, alright. Although actually we need, do we want her working on this? What if Balrog lands over there and flips it straight back over? She goes over there and punches those 2. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go wild. Sorry guys, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, I hope I'm explaining this. I'm sort of getting caught up in my head about what I want to do, and I don't know if I'm explaining it as well as I sometimes am able to do. So, we're going to move. We're going to... Oh, we're going to punch twice here. Let's punch twice. Let's clear that mission. So that mission is now cleared, which means that we get to go up 1 on the heroic gold track there. We also luckily flipped this over, so now currently there are no cards flipped. Fingers crossed. We're not able to put any progress towards that though. Right. So I've got to keep those with Ken. Now it is Balrog's turn. So let's see what he does. Alright. I'm not going to jinx myself this time, because I set a movement value I wasn't happy with last time. Let's see what happens this time. Okay, what's he got? What's he got? Move clockwise to the next location with the fewest heroes. Ooh, well that's going to be Chun-li. He's going to go straight to her. Ooh, it's the turnaround punch. So he's dealing 3 damage. So he's knocking her straight out. Alright, so this is the power of... Now see, this is sort of good though, because we're putting a heroic back into our deck. So I might put that towards the top. I'll put the Kokoken next. So there we go. Alright, so that goes at the bottom. So we know there's another star, at least in her deck, that we could use. And we got lucky there. He didn't put any... Did not put any... I was hoping we wouldn't get like a 2 and then he would like... Although actually no, what we wouldn't have wanted a 3, because if he'd gone here and then jumped back and put 2 thugs there, that would have been disastrous. Okay. Right. So no Bam there, so that's fine. He stays where he is. He doesn't jump backwards. She's KO'd. Now when KO'd, place a KO token on the board. So if he does that 3 more times, we lose. And we know Ken's only sitting on one card here. Okay, Ken. Speaking of Ken, what have we got? Well, we know we're going to be able to finish this because Chun-Li's giving him that. So I think it's time to start working on him now, because we've got this under control. We know that if there's overflows, that's potentially bad. Yeah, so if we could take out like 1 civilian from here, even if he puts a thug in, that's not going to be too bad. But if he puts 2 in, it's going to overflow anyway. Alright, what's he got? Oh, he's got a star and a move. Right, okay. Maybe I save that star and move. I mean, I could use the star to move in and rescue this guy. But I think I wanted to save it. And what I'll do... Here we go. I'm going to play that there. I'm going to use the wild there as a heroic, as a star. That's going to complete that, or clear that threat. More importantly, it gets rid of another thing that can work the crowd. Although, do we want to give that star? Because if we do give that star to Chun-Li, she can finish this off, can't she? She draws enough stars there. Oh, so many decisions to make. Because what I was going to do was just move here and heal. But if we don't deal with this, this could flip back over. Let's maybe do that instead. Oh boy, risky. I'm running out of stars here. Okay. So, she is going to... and luckily, this didn't go backwards, did it? Because there was no overflow. Oh, that's good. She's going to wake up. 1. Ooh, now this is interesting. 1, 2. Oh, we've got some choices here. 3, 4. Right. Because, look at this. This is... Lightning Kick. I don't know if I held that close enough. There you go. Can you read that? Lightning Kick. Alright, so she can go yap, 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 yap. And it does 1 punch. But if she doesn't move this turn... Oh, I'm supposed to draw a card for Ken, so we're drawing a card. There we go. If she doesn't move this turn, she can hit him 4 times, which gives her 4 draws to try and get wild or heroic symbols out. Interesting. And every one of those is going to push up the track. But if she draws 4 and doesn't get any, like she's only still doing 1 damage if that's all that's happening. So that's interesting. Do we, and we, unfortunately we know we've got 2 stars in our hand at the moment. So is she likely to have, she's already played a star here, she's got her heroics out, so does she even have many stars in her hand at the moment? Okay. What else could I do? I could do spinning bird kick. So this is similar, I think, to the hurricane kick, in that it gives her a heroic and a punch, and then for every thug or civilian that we deal with, we get a move token. So it's a little bit more versatile there. So it gives her a heroic that she could use to work on this. She could put 2 of them down, but that's not much else apart from that. And then she could just do a single punch. So what? Yeah, maybe let's save. Oh, I could do. I just don't know if I've got enough stars in my deck that having 4 draws is going to be that much of a thing. So let's maybe play this one instead. Let's use, so we'll stand up. And the other 2 cards she got, if I didn't show that off very well, I've got a movement there and a move and a heroic. So we are using one of our heroic cards though. So it's even less heroic she's got in her deck, but this way she can place 2 heroics down on this card. She can punch. Now, I've chosen not to spend any of the punches or heroics on civilians or, thugs. There's no thugs there, but so we're not going to get any movement tokens from this. She is going to be able to move away if she wants to, but I think I'm going to stay here to try and finish this off. But she can do a punch. She can do a punch to Balrog, which will drive the track up at least 1, and then because we've got 1 punch symbol, we've done one punch, 1 damage to him, we get 1 draw, and if we get a star there, we're looking good. So yeah, let's try that. So alright, we'll hit him for, so we put the 2 down, we hit him for 1, see if we can knock him on his butt. So we get to, so end of the turn, no end of turn effect there, we're not going to move away. We're going to draw a card if we get a star, or basically for every star and for every wild symbol we see here, we get to drive up track 1. So we're going to get to push it up 1 at least. And then let's see what else we have. It is a move and a punch. Now what happens is I believe we shuffle. So reveal the top card, increase the track by that much, then shuffle the deck. So now we don't know if we'd been planning for where a particular star or something might have been. We don't know where that is now because we shuffle. Alright. Okay, alright, we'll see what happens now. So we've knocked him up, driven him up twice on the track there. So let's see if he comes back down with some overflows. Is he doing another turnaround punch? I think he might be. Yep, turnaround punch, deal 3. Yep, so he's going straight to Ken this time. Back over this way. Luckily there's no healing for him, but he's going to hit Ken. Now the bad thing is Ken might have had a bunch of stars in here, but now his punches go to the bottom. We'll put the punch towards the top there, I guess. Do that. Ken gets KO'd. We get another KO token, so we get 2 more of those, we're in trouble. But luckily no more things coming out, so we can clear this. Which is good. Alright, so it is Ken's turn, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we don't have a handful of stars. We do have a lot of stars here. Alright, so we've got this one here which says this is the Hadouken, so we can do the 2 2 punches in an adjacent location, plus we've got another star there. We've also got where we are, we've got a punch and star here. We've got 3 punches against a single target. Again, we don't have a lot of things in our... I want to play at least something with a star, don't I? Because I want to give Chun-li an ability to stop that. So let's hit him with... So the Hadouken's not going to be great because that's going to go in the adjacent location. I don't really want to use the Shoryuken because I'm not sure how many heroics are in there. 1, but 2 in my hand. How many has he played? He's played 1. He's played all of his wilds. Yeah, we've definitely wasted our wilds, haven't we? He's played a bunch here, so I don't know how many more stars I've got. I'd have to just rely on just knocking him out 1 punch at a time, you know, hopefully hit him each turn with a punch. I think I'll just play, in that case, I'll play the punch and star. I know I'm going to get to hit him once over here. Do I want to hit him twice and try and get 1 more star out? Yeah, maybe let's do that. Maybe let's see if we can get lucky here. Alright. Although, if we're only going to drive him up 1, you know what? I just don't think I've got enough stars in my deck at the moment, considering I've got 2 in my hand here. I think what I'm going to do is just, because if I know I'm only going to hit him once, but yeah, the problem is that the other card is my Hadouken. I might be wasting that. Well, again, if multiple hits on him don't do that much unless we can have stars coming up, the Hadouken's not really that great. So I'm going to play that. So that's going to give us the star, the heroic we need for Chun-li. Oh man, tough decisions Balrog's making me make here. So I'm going to play these 2. So I can do... What can I do with these stars? I can't really do anything with the stars myself. It's more I'm just trying to give her a star. I guess I could just rescue these 2. And then I just hit him for 1. So that's going to... I get to draw a card if I had less than 3 cards. I don't. I'm on full, so I'm not drawing any cards. So it's the end of his turn. I'm now drawing a card. So I go, oopsie, drawing the top card. Go up by 1. Drawing the top card. Oh, and look at that. We got a star. We made him see stars. So we go up another 1. He's up to 4, and I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, and there we go. Alright, so, okay, we got him on 4. We got him to 4 count, but he picks himself back up. Alright, so, back and forth, back and forth. He's knocked us down twice as well, alright. Chun-li, now where is she? She's going to use this star to clear this, and then what else is she going to do? She's got to self her Kikoken back. So she's not in a position really to do much here. So I think I'm just going to play her move. She's not really going to be able to punch. She can't move far enough to attack him with this in an adjacent location. So I'm going to leave that one for later. I'm just going to play the single movement. And she's going to clear this location. And then... there we go. So that's got us another mission. So that's good. So that's now cleared this threat. We get to drive this up to the 5 because we've cleared two missions now. Now she could move away from there if she wanted to try and be a bit closer to him, or she could stay here and take the punch token. And she has a bunch of movement here. So I don't think I need to move too much to catch him at this stage. So I think I'm just going to take the punch token to try and give me extra draws to try and draw stars if I have any left. So that's what she's going to do. Alright, now it's his turn. What's he going to be doing? Ooh, alright. He doesn't have many cards left either. What's he got? 4? No, he's got 5. Okay, that's not... Okay, okay. This is his 6th card. Well, no, maybe that was his 6th card. This is maybe his 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, what's he doing? What is he doing? Ooh, 2 and a bam. He's gone straight to her. Okay. He's back and forth. So he's going to hit her for 2. So what are we going to lose? We definitely want to lose this star so it goes into our deck. Right, and then the lightning kick. Let's maybe lose the lightning kick. Unless we can, because Ken's going next. Interesting. Because if we let her, she's got this thing where she can, because he's going to step back. He punches her twice, so she's lost 1 card. She's got to lose 1 more. But then if we keep this one out, she can just use this, and she can in fact move anyway, and stop his BAM effect next turn as well, which would be good. And hit him with 1 punch. Problem with that is we only get to do 1 card draw, and she's got this punch here, so we get 2 card draw. Well, how many cards have we got? We've got a bunch here, but we know that at this stage, we know that there's a star here, which is 4 deep. Oh, you know what, I forgot, because I was thinking, because we could play the lightning kick and get like 4 punches, but you can't move with that. And in my head I was thinking, that's okay, we could give her a move with Ken, but no, because if she uses his move, then she's moved, and therefore she doesn't get the 3 kicks. So I think it's a moot point. We'll put the lightning kick away. That's a trick for another day. Alright, we're going to keep this one here, so she can at least do a couple there, and hopefully she gets something out of it. So, he's hit us for 2. We've dropped our 2 cards. He steps back. Now, the bad news about this is that he is going to try and put 2 thugs in this location, which is full. And the overflow effect is that he decreases the track by 1. So, we go back down to the 4, which is a shame there. And he is going to put a civilian here, and he's going to put another civilian here. So luckily no overflows yet, but it might get to the stage where he's like dropping a bunch down, so that could be a problemo. Alright, so that was his turn. Right, Ken, do you have a Hadouken or anything? Oh, he's around. Oh no, I used the Hadouken, didn't I? Oh well. He does have 2 movement. Oh yes, he does have 2 movement, because I am very intelligent. Alright, so what I've planned that very well. I'm going to draw a card. Oh no. It's not what we wanted to see. See, this is the problem. We've drawn a heroic now. So the problem is, I think all my heroics are in my hand. So, what are we going to do? Alright, we've got a movement here from Chun-li. So, do we play this to be able to move twice, 1, 2, and hit him with 3 punches, which is essentially are only going to do 1 damage to him, but gives us a chance to draw 3 and then hope there's more stars in there. I just don't think there are any more stars in his deck. I think maybe these are his last stars here. So, but if I don't play that, I'm going to need to spend one of these stars to get there, and maybe just do the single punch against him. Keep these stars for hopefully getting knocked out, or knocked back a little bit and having them in my hand. Ooh, okay, so let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to have to spend one of these movement. So where was I? I was here, I believe. So 1, 2. So 1 with this movement, 1 with the move token that I had there, and then I'm going to punch in for 1. So that's going to drive up the track 1. Then I'm going to draw 1 and see what I get. I'll let you guys have a look first. Okay, it is a move. Okay, so that's no good. Alright, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Well, it's hard to shuffle with just 2 cards. Okay, good. I've lost track now, so I don't know what's happening there. Okay, but we... now I can't remember. Did I think I've already moved it up 1 at the end of this turn. I think he's back to 5. I think he was on 5 and I drove it back to 4. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, now Chun-li is going to... She's got a punch here. She's drawing a card. She's... Oh, man. Okay, I drew a star. Okay, that's not great. That is not great. Okay, so she's going to move in. Do I want... Because I want to use the 2 punch tokens, but I don't know that I've got any more stars, because I know there's a star here, so these are probably not stars. So do I want to... Maybe I want to save that punch token for when I think I can get another star out. Maybe I'll stay where she is. Yeah, you know what? She's going to stay where she is. She's going to play Kikoken. She is going to... Oh, maybe not. Maybe do I say... Because I was thinking, I can do this, I can punch 3 times. 3 times. Would there be any stars in there? Maybe. How many stars are out on the board? 1. She's got 1 here. 2. There's a 1 here. 4. How many stars does she have in her deck? I don't know her deck that well. Boy. I think I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Alright, so she's going to waste this punch. She's going to stay where she is. She's going to punch into here with her Kikoken. That is then going to deal a damage. Then she's going to gain another punch token from staying in that location. She's got 2 now. Then here's BAM. I don't have the cancel BAM thing. I don't want to put one of those down. I'll just I'll put that there. Now potentially that's bad, because if we don't get hit with the BAMs, then we can't recycle our stars back in. That could be problematic. She is going to hit him though, so that's going to drive it up to 6, and then she's going to get to draw 1 more card because we hit him once. And that is a move. No, that's no good. Alright, now this is interesting though, because we've done that now we're shuffled up, and now we know that there is at least 1 star in there and it might not be at the bottom. So we can afford to maybe try and, now we might be more worth our while spending some of these to try and get that extra star out. He's up to the 6. Alright, now, we just don't want lots of overflow happening here. Alright, what's he up to? He's going to move... Oh, this could be very problem. Yeah, this is going to be super problematic. Okay, he's going 1. He's bamming her. She gets hit twice. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, because I was thinking he was going to end up here and overflow in 3 locations, but he's going to come bounce back here. She gets KO'd though, so that's another KO. There's 3. Okay. And we get driven back down to the 5 because he's putting out 2 thugs in his location and then 2 civilians on either side. So that's now full. This is now getting close to full. This one is already full. That overflowed. Alright, so we drove that back down to the 5. Alright, Ken, what are you up to, buddy? Drawing a card. He's got a movement. He's been given movement here. He doesn't really need the movement. Let's... Chun-li, what's she gonna need? She might need movement to get in there to attack him. So should I play something with the movement on it? Maybe I will. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this with a movement. And this is the Shoryuken. So he's going to... he's going to punch. Oh no, hold on. My mistake. I totally forgot, didn't I, guys? Oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible, sorry. We are back in the bad situation. So this goes back down another 2, 1, 2. Because he moved here, never bammed, so he didn't get to move back. She didn't get hit. I think this must be the card she had. Maybe, yeah, I think she had a star. That's terrible because there's a star still out here. And there's a thug here. And yeah, the 2 overflows there, so all 3 overflows. Wow. Oh, that's... I don't think we can come back from that. He's knocked us down, right back down to 3. Okay. Well, we might just need to start rescuing civilians or something here. What are we going to do? Right. Ken, is this the play then? Is this what we want to do? Holy moly. Do we just do this then? Don't think there's any more stars in there. Alright, let's go. Move. Let's play this one instead. We'll do a move. Punch and star, so try and like reduce overflow things there. Actually, sorry, we won't punch that guy. We'll then punch Balrog. We'll get ourselves a token, and we'll drive him up 1, and we'll flip a card, and it is not a star. And we now know that he can't be flipping stars anymore. Okay, so oh boy, that's not great. So, Chun-li. Alright. She has drawn a move. She's where she needs to be, so she might just... She's just going to play the star. So that KO didn't happen though, did it? Alright, so that's there, that's fine. So she might stay where she is. She might... she's going to punch him for 1. And she might move and say rescue this guy just to try and bring that down a little bit. Okay. And you know what? Let's punch him another couple of times with these punch tokens. Let's punch him 3 times. She stepped away. She gets to draw 3 cards. She goes up 1. She's drawing 3 cards. 1. Ooh, we got a star there. 2. We got no stars there. And 3, oop, no stars, but at least we know that there's a star in that deck. We've got to shuffle that up. Okay. So we punched him for 1 and we go up 1 more. There we go. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I drove him up 1, 2, 3. So he went back 3, and so we're back where we started. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. He's not got many cards left now. Ooh, here we go. What's he up to this time? He's going to move clockwise to the next location with the most heroes, Chun-li, and he's going to punch. So he deals the damage to a hero in this location. So he's got the crazy buffalo. He's punching. So he's going to go. So this one, basically, what this is going to deal the damage to 1 hero in this location. Okay. That's going to KO her. Now, if she still had health, then, and she's the only hero left in that location, she gets hit again, and she just keeps getting hit. Or, what you can do with that card is if you've got multiple heroes in the location, you can sort of have each of them take a hit instead. But in her case, she was unlucky, and that's what's happened. So she's got KO'd, so we'll put that KO token back. Now, we're putting a civilian out here, Putting a civilian out here and 2 thugs, so this is dropping back by 1. There is an overflow, he wants to put 2 out, he can only put 1. She's KO'd. Alright, and we'll put that down here. Now Ken. Alright buddy, okay, so Ken we know cannot do any extra damage. The most he's going to be able to do is 1 here, so let's just let's move in. Oh, hold on, he can't do any damage there because she's only giving him a movement, so I guess we have to try. Oh, he's got this punch here. He's got this punch here, so maybe let's... Doesn't really matter, does it? Alright, let's use this punch here. Punch token. He's going to step in. He's going to do that single punch. That's going to do what we need to do at least drive this up 1, up to the 6. Technically should happen at the end of the turn, because what I'm thinking I might do is maybe move back. Oh, you know what I could do here? I could move here and trade in my move token for, say, 2 move tokens, so I know I can always catch him, or like some punch tokens, because I'm running out of punches now. So I could just step back here and get a punch, or I could step here. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to step here, trade in my movement for a move and a punch. So I've got 1 of each. Okay, yeah, trade in, discard 1 action token to gain 2 action tokens of your choice between, yep. So I've done some nice trading, did some haggling, and now I'm good. Alright. Because I had 2 movement, I was able to move and move, yep. And I did the punch, so we drive him up. I think I've already pushed that up, yeah, I already did. Okay, technically I'm supposed to check this card, but we know it's a move and a punch. So I can go back there, doesn't need shuffling. Chun-Li's going to wake up. Okay, she's drawing 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, she knows she's not doing any more checking her cards, because she can't draw any more than that. So she just needs to punch him. So let's where is she? She's there. We've got a movement here. I guess let's play the move and punch so that, yeah, let's play the move and punch. Ooh, I wonder if Ken should have, we could get KO'd here before, we could lose before we do this, but I wonder if I should have healed here, but I don't think I had enough movement to get there. Or I did too, didn't I? I had 1 extra movement. Oh, maybe I should have healed. So I can't get KO'd. If he KOs us, it's all over. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to end my turn here, put these 2 tokens back, and draw a card, so I can't get KO'd yet. Alright, that's my plan. So in that case, Ken might need some movement, so I'm happy that I've played that card there. So she's going to punch. Yeah. She's going to punch. And where does she want to end up? Maybe she wants to end up... He's probably going to head around. Maybe if I go to the same spot. She's going to punch and she can move twice. 1, 2. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll push him up there. She doesn't get to flip any cards because there's nothing in her hand there. So, alright. And this is the other problem with if you leave it too late to start attacking him, you're not going to have big hands to do that too. Although it's a particular problem in the 2-player game. You usually have a few more cards up your sleeve in the 3- and 4-player game. Alright, although then there's more targets for him to land on and do some KOs too. Okay, what are we going to do next? Alright, well, this is a title fight, slug match. Alright, so let's... okay, where's he up to? He's up to 7. Oof. Okay. Crazy Buffalo. Oh, here we go. Alright, so he's doing the Crazy Buffalo. He's coming around. Alright, goes to the next location with the most heroes. He's dealing 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, and another one, then another one. So one of them's taking 1 hit, one of them's taking 2. Right, okay, so hold on, we can use this to our advantage. So, I think we've got him. Ooh, well, hold on, what's he, well, we've got to do this, but he's about to put stuff out, but I don't think he's going to overflow, so I think this is good, because what we can do is Chun-Li can lose the 2. Yes, okay, she can lose these 2, and we'll save that for her lightning kick. Alright, so I think we got this. She's going to get hit twice, Ken's going to lose, aha! Ken's going to lose his star. Oh, alright, so here we go. Never count yourself out to the last card flip. Alright, here we go. So, he's going to put out 2 thugs. Good old thugs. Oh, I thought he had us. I've probably cheated. There's probably something I've forgotten and he won 3 turns ago, but don't tell me. Don't tell me. Alright, so he's putting the civilian out here. He's putting another civilian out here. Okay. Whoo. Okay. So Ken. Alright, Ken. You got this, buddy. Ken. Oh no, Ken has to draw a card. No. Okay, but I still think Chun-Li is going to get this. Alright, so because I was like, oh yeah, sweet, Ken can also flip, but he's got to draw the card. Okay. Ken draws this one. He's got this star there. No good. Alright. Ken's just going to do a punch. Look, Ken, it's the end of the game. If we don't win now, I don't think we're going to win. So let's do the Shoryuken. Alright, so he does 4 punches. Checks his cards, nothing there. He does 4 damage. Definitely knocks him on his off his feet, but doesn't drive him up any further than that. So, but he's up to 8. Alright. Now, good work, Ken. Alright. This is what we've been waiting for. Chun-Li. Now, she's got to draw 1 of these. She's got to draw 1. 1 has a star on it. But if my memory is correct, I think there's a star here. Alright, so she's going to play yap, lightning kick. So here she goes. Yap. And she's even doing the move with the model. That's really cool. So she's playing that. She doesn't have to move. She could have moved if she wanted to, but she doesn't have to. Because she didn't move, she gets to play 4 attacks. The 3 here plus the 1. Not going to need it because there's only 1 card in her deck, but she's now going to flip this card. Now, I think technically, I'm wondering, I'm thinking the way, because I'm just thinking about this now, would she flip it, put it back in her hand, flip it, put it back, you know, but what my intention was that she, that like if you run out of cards, you can't just keep flipping back and forth like that. It's just basically, you draw as many as you can, sort of thing. So she hits him for 1, and then she gets to flip up to 4 cards. There's only 1 card to flip, so she flips it. She gets the heroic star, and she knocks him out. The ref counts to 10, and Balrog stays down. And we got wow, we got lucky with that crazy buffalo. Because if he'd played a Bam, oh man, I don't know. Because then he would have been. He would hit us for 2, maybe we would have got away with it, but he would have jumped back here, and I think there would have been enough overflows, at least 1 here, where I don't know if we would have caught him with what we needed to do. But yeah, wow. Actually, no, and you know what, if I hadn't have, that was the other thing too, remembering to use my movement, because I'm pretty sure I had that 1 extra movement token, didn't I? That's where I'm hoping I haven't cheated. Did I have enough movement with that turn where Ken sort of had that? I think I did, because it must have been one of these turns around here, right, where he had the 2 movement here. He was like here, so spending the movement token would have got him here. So yeah, that would have been fine. I think that's fine. So yeah, I think that decision to come over here and heal is what saved me there. Because otherwise, yeah, we would have probably had a KO there, and that would have been game. Right. Well, anyway, that was Balrog. So wow, that was back and forth, wasn't it? So hopefully that shows you sort of what I was trying to achieve there. You can see he's a villain that you definitely are going to have to be mindful with what heroes you put in your team, because you are going to want some stars, essentially. You are going to want some heroics to be able to sort of flip for those extra hits on the track. But even having said that, you have to be sort of careful. You have to manage your stars the way you play your stars and the order in which you play them, and that sort of thing, because if you play too many of them, they're not in your hand to be able to manipulate later on. You don't want to have get knocked out and then have a whole hand of stars in your hand and that sort of thing. So but yeah, let me know what you thought of this one. Definitely I think he's complex in that sort of fiddly way. There's you've got to sort of like remember, okay, end of your turn, count up all your punches, do your flipping and all that sort of stuff, and go up and down the track and that sort of thing as well. So there's a little bit of complexity to him there. He's not quite your straightforward sort of Marvel United villain, but hopefully if you're sort of feeling in the mood for a little bit more of a complex one, hopefully he's one that you can enjoy. And hopefully you guys could feel and could see the boxing match thing I was going for, you know, where you sort of, I know you sort of, you know, it's not quite technically how you don't sort of like gradually build your way up to a knockout sort of thing, but I wanted to sort of have a track in there and sort of have you try and sort of like whittle away his endurance so that like you keep knocking him down and eventually he's not going to get back up sort of thing. So this sort of represents that each time he gets knocked down, this is how far the ref gets to in his count out sort of thing that he's doing, and hopefully the audience, you know, that sort of thing, the spectators sort of came through there, where you're really trying to work the crowd and sort of get them on your side and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, anyway, so that's Balrog. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So next time we revisit the Marvel vs Capcom guys, I think we'll probably go up against Vega, because since he's the next, and we'll save Balrog, not Balrog, sorry, because we'll save M. Bison for the final battle sort of thing. These Street Fighter guys are confusing with the way they were sort of renamed in the Japanese and the English speaking market. So I think technically he's M. Bison. I think M. Bison is technically Vega, and I think Vega is technically Balrog. And the only guy sitting there going, "What are you guys doing?" is Sagat. I think he's the. I could be wrong. I don't think his name ever changed, but maybe I'm wrong about that too. But anyway, so there you go. But yeah, plenty more other homebrew variants and stuff I want to try out. Been doing some great play testing with the guys. Nelly Nell's got some great My Hero villains like Gigantomachia. I definitely want to get to the channel at some point. Just played some of his new. He's about to embark on Overwatch. So if you like your the Overwatch video game. He's got a bunch of new villains and heroes coming out for that, with some new features, special modes and things like that as well. So that's something to look forward to as well. And I've ordered the locations now for Impel Down, for Helios 23's big one-piece battle. So once that arrives and they get the cards for that, I'll definitely be showing that off as well. And Norlith and Martin V and Dave's he's really polishing up his Age of Apocalypse stuff as well, and Kanji's always pumping out more heroes, so plenty more homebrews to come, and I still have to show off Morlun too, don't I? Morlun, the last of the Spider-Geddon stuff too, so yeah, lots of stuff to come. So hopefully I'll be able to sort of keep a fairly regular sort of stream of games coming out and that sort of thing as well, with the new school year starting as well. But so hopefully we'll be able to sort of manage that as well. But anyway, well, thank you very much. Balrog's hit the canvas for good, woohoo! And we've got Ken and Chun-li standing tall at the end. So that was a good victory for the good guys, I think. So awesome. All right, well, thanks very much, guys. Maple Monkey out.